Small businesses rely heavily on borrowing to keep their shops open, but financing costs remain high, and they are watching closely as a new Federal Reserve chair takes over. Small business lender Fundbox has worked with more than 170,000 companies, and they are one of Forbes' 50 hottest fintech startups this year. CEO Prashant Fuloria is here with me now. So great to see you. Talk to me. What is the lending environment like right now for small businesses?
The financing environment for SMBs has always been a little challenged. And this is despite the fact that SMBs are really the backbone of our economy, with over about half the GDP and about half of private sector employment. I'd say that only about 20% of SMBs that apply for a bank loan get approved.
Wow.
For the amount they're looking for. And so there's this big gap between the supply and demand for small business capital. And it really hasn't moved very significantly over the last 10 years. And part of Fundbox's mission is to help close that gap and power the small business economy through capital.
What need do you feel that a larger lender or a big bank can't? Where's your niche?
The smaller end of small businesses. It turns out that a bank might spend several $1,000s in human capital to underwrite a small business. Now, that's okay if you're looking for a $1 million loan, but what if you're a hairdresser looking for $20,000 just as working capital? Well, it isn't worth the bank's while, literally economically, to serve you. And so that's where we believe that technology and automation can really help solve the problem. And that's what we do by bringing capital into the tools that these small business owners use every day.
We've heard a lot about the economy. Is it growing? Is it falling behind? What are you noticing about delinquency rates and your small businesses being able to pay you back?
So, like you, we read all the headlines. We look at what people are talking about with the small business. I'd say that, by and large, the small business economy seems to be holding up. When you look at delinquencies and defaults, they're still very much within what we would call sort of the normal, maybe a little bit more than what they were back in like 2024 or 2025. They're slightly more benign macro environments. But so far things are holding up. But that doesn't stop us from worrying about the small business economy, given how important it is for the country.
One of my favorite statistics is companies that are employing AI have higher rates of business formation. Business applications for companies that are using AI are higher than for sectors or businesses that are not employing AI. Do you see that as well?
Oh, we absolutely see that. And we see that also for digital businesses more generally. When you and I think about small business, let's just say a hairdresser or maybe a plumber, we don't think of them as digital businesses or AI businesses, but very often they are. Every hairdresser who uses a tool to do their scheduling, or a plumber that's using a tool to order their supplies, is using technology. And that makes them a digital small business, and that makes them accessible to all the innovation that's happening right now.
Where do they use the capital the most?
We see different uses based on the duration of the term, or the term of the loan. But all of these are really important, because even something as what you might call simple as working capital is like oxygen for the small business.
Of course.
Right? And the number one reason why small businesses fail is not because there's something inherently wrong with the business or the model. It's because there's a short-term, acute gap in their working capital, and that can be fatal. And that's exactly the kinds of situations we are here to try to prevent.
Well, Prashant Fuloria, thank you so much for sharing your insight with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.